Hey, how's it going? We are live once again, as always, every Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. We're going live here. We're talking about RCS, all of our products, G Selector, Zeta, Acquira, Revma, RCS News, the Academy, all of that good stuff. We are helping you here. That's the idea of these weekly RCS lives. Hopefully you're doing well over there, hanging in. And I thought for today, we'd take a second, just do some recap and some housekeeping, if you will, talking about the exciting things that we have coming up here at RCS and review some of the great ways you can look at some of these past videos we've done for RCS Live. So, as always, we'll cover this in just a little bit as well. I have our chat open. We have, let's see, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter Live. I love getting your questions in. I thought I would kind of reserve today for a little Q&A as well. So you have a question for me, get them in as sooner than later so I can answer them for you. Today's going to be a quick video over here because we're talking about a lot of great stuff we have coming up in the future. As always, we have the archive over at rcsworks.com/RCS-live. That's this page right here. Going to kind of show you how to navigate here and look at some past videos as well. Don't forget to check out your backup paths. That's also your data exchanges over in G Selector. If you have Zeta, making sure your schedule maintenance is running, making sure that you have the proper backup paths working as well. If you have a Windows function, you're moving those SQL backups to a different location, just make sure they're working. You got RCS Cloud Disaster Recovery. Log in. When was the last time you logged into your RCS Cloud Disaster Recovery instance, right? Stuff like that. So a little friendly reminder from your neighborhood Nate. Just go ahead and just check that out and make sure things are all running as they should. It's the summer. Life is great. Just double check and make sure those things are in there. That's kind of the purpose of today's RCS Live, to make sure that we're checking in on you as well. So, and as always, we have the chat open here as well. Got any questions for me? Let me know. So we love seeing you in person. We love talking to you and answering your questions about any type of RCS product. And so let's be honest, obviously with COVID, things are slowly starting to open up here in the US, and we have a lot more appearances and events coming up as well. So here is our most recent upcoming event schedule. So you'll see that we're going to be in the Texas Association of Broadcasters. That is next week. I will be over in Austin hanging out there. So aside from enjoying my Fritos and chili little bag that's always really good over there in Texas, if you have any questions for me, we're going to be there. So listen, reach out to your local RCS sales representative, reach out to me or support whomever. We're going to be there. And we love talking to you. We love talking shop. You know I love doing that. So just kind of giving you a heads up, if you're going to be at any one of these shows, schedule some time with us and we can sit down and have some one-on-one session, review some things with you. I always love talking about bigger picture stuff in regards to programming. So we have a lot of users right now talking about, let's say, Zeta's multi-site voice tracking with G Selector's S3 schedule subscription service, so they can have essentially multiple logs being voice tracked by multiple users in multiple markets. Or doing certain things like Zcast and doing Zcast with S3 to get, two different markets sharing the same type of audio. There's some really cool things you can do with RCS products. And obviously there's so much. How would you know to ask those questions without seeing us in person, right? You know, my motto is, how do you know to do something if no one told you it existed in the first place, right? So if you're around, hang out. Stop on by our booth. So as I said, Texas Association of Broadcasters, TAB, that's the next week. That's what, Wednesday and Thursday. We're also going to be at the Nebraska conference as well. That is this guy right here, the Nebraska Broadcasters Convention. That's the following week as well. We'll be there. So if you want to hang out with us at the Nebraska conference, I won't be at that particular one, but I'm going to be on call for that. So if you, let's say you're talking to Carolyn, who's over there, and you have a question, we'll get you a Zoom session in. We'll start talking some good stuff as well. And we have so much more. We got radio days. IBC is coming up. We have the, Wisconsin broadcasters. And I know the NAB Fall Show, that's evolving as we speak. And of course, it's right in our backyard. So at least for me, I can just, hop, skip, and a jump, head over there too. So A lot of great events coming up. And as I said, we love seeing you in person, right? So, any one of these conferences internationally, we'll be there, stop on by, and we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about, any product as well. So, speaking about any product, some cool things on the horizon as well. Of course, as you know, we have Zeta 522.1 and also is 521. All my numbers are getting me confused here. Yeah, Zeta 522.1, G Selector 5.1 are both in beta right now. We're going to have some really cool RCS live sessions on those news features coming up down the pipeline. But as you can see, a little sneak peek over here at G Selector 5.1. Ooh, I know this doesn't look like much, but I'm telling you, if you look at the subtle differences in here, there's some really, really cool stuff coming down the pipeline over here in G Selector 5.1. Can't wait for you to see that here as well. And of course, we have our good friend Zeta. That's going to come down the pipeline as well. So expect some RCS lives there for you. And of course, if you ever want to check out the archive, we have a full archive for you here. That's right. It's really, really helpful. It's just rcsworks.com/RCS-live. It's this URL right over here. And what you can see here, these are all the past videos we've done for the RCS live. And there's extensive ones in here, right? So you can see the Zeta 521.2 new feature with Martin Blazek is in there. Really, really helpful both across all products, RCS News, Acquira, G Selector, Zeta, Revma. Whenever you have, let's say, a demo with me, there's always, I always reference these videos because they're great resources for you on your time, by the way. That's also, we did this, you know, you can review this on your time. Simply highlight this, right? And the really quick little shortcut here. So let's say, for example, I wanted to, look at the 521.2 new features, Martin Blazek. So what I would do, I would take this title, right? I'll go to the very top. I would copy it in here into this little search bar here. And what I have for each one of these videos, they have its own description of what we talk about in that video, right? So if you're like, new features, what are some new features? Well, we have this, and we have this, and we have this. And, oh, that's pretty interesting. I'm going to watch that video. And listen, there's nothing wrong with going back to the archive and saying, all right, what's some, let's say, Zcast and Cyberp examples? What's some of that? Look into it. Look at the blog and say, you know what? It doesn't really pertain to me. That's fine. That's why we write it up for you, to save you time. That's the purpose. And all these videos, by the way, are on our archive. But if you go to the rcsworks.com and the blog section right here, you can see there's the same exact breakdown, just kind of in chronological order, just so you know here. Easier, in my opinion, search by the title of this magnifying glass up here. Typically, it's one of the very first ones that pops up, at least in my opinion. Other things coming up here as well, aside from our live events and, of course, the Zeta 522.2 and 5.1 betas and G Selector. We still have our studio spotlights as well. So if you want to go and showcase your studio environment, we'd love to see it and showcase you on our social media. All you got to do is reach out to marketing@rcsworks.com. We'll throw you on there for the hashtag Studio Spotlight. That's really cool. You can see some great user examples on our social pages right now. Let's see here. Live events. We did that. Ooh, the brand new RCS polls are coming out as well. So what we're going to do is we want to hear more from you, right? So after every RCS live, we're going to send out an RCS poll. Feel free to let us know, everything that's going on there too. Some really great stuff coming on in those RCS polls, including different topics you want covered for upcoming RCS lives and so much more. Check out those polls every Thursday following RCS lives. And as I said, we're going to be at TAB next week, NBA the week after that, and so much more. Again, going back here, I'll hide this, go back to their graphics. That's that full list over there of upcoming events as well, right? The polls are on Instagram and Twitter. We want to hear from you, right? That's the idea. And of course, we have Show Us Your Studio Spotlight over at marketing@rcsworks.com. We'll get you in there, show you some love with you and your station as well, right? So, quick video for this week. I want to show you all the great resources we have for you available at any given time. Again, the archive over at rcsworks.com /RCS-live. Some great resources there. If you're curious about a certain video you want covered, and or let's say you're looking for a certain topic that maybe already got covered, email us. We'll put you in the right place and get you in the right video. Otherwise, check out that blog section here to go and review all the write-ups of all our videos as well. And as I said, we've got some great new features coming down the pipeline for Zeta and G Selector and Acquira Cloud. Got some other cloud features coming down the pipeline as well. Just waiting for those to be released. So as I said, some very exciting stuff coming up in the fall here at RCS. Love for you to be part of that. Anything we can do to help out, let us know. Again, we love these in-person meetings too. So if you're at one of these conferences or you're out and about, you want to stop by the brand new offices over in White Plains, New York. We've had a lot of users stop by there as well. Let us know. And one final thing too, by the way, we're also still hiring as well. It's been a very interesting time frame, but we've had some couple retirements. And so it's a very rare time for us to be hiring at RCS. So I highly encourage you to check out these careers at rcsworks.com. Some great opportunities here. Plus, you get to work with me, or you get to work adjacent to me. Either one works, right? Absolutely. So listen, I'll bid you adieu for today. I'll see you next Thursday at 11 a.m. Ish. I'll say 11 a.m. ish, because I'm going to be in Austin, Texas for TAB. But I'm going to make an appearance some point in time next week from Texas Association of Broadcasters. So I'll see you next week around 11 o'clock ish. Otherwise, have a fantastic rest of your week.